It is the primary role of government to ensure that lives and property of the citizenry are protected. Therefore, government must take the issue of security as a sacred duty in order to bring about tranquility and public order in the polity. In recent times, the country has been ravaged by varying and disturbing forms of insecurity, ranging from banditry, incessant killings, kidnapping, to insurgency, and several other vices too many to mention. Meanwhile, the Prince Dapo Abiodun-led administration has since inception left no stone unturned in its bid to ensure that life is as normal as it can be in the state, so that citizens and strangers alike can go about their normal business without fear. Additionally, this policy strengthens the status of the state in its continuous attempt to sustain its growing standing as the nation's investors' haven. Prince Abiodun has therefore used his position as the state's chief security officer to pursue a myriad of policies and programs to enhance security throughout its nooks and crannies. We easily recall the inauguration of a security trust fund which has facilitated the procurement and distribution of patrol vehicles and other gadgets to security operatives in the state, all with a view to bring insecurity to the barest minimum.
Our administration is unreservedly committed to giving Ogun State and her people a focused and coordinated governance and to create an environment, an enabling environment for a public-private sector partnership, which we believe is fundamental to the economic growth of this state and the individual prosperity of our people. In doing this, we appreciate that security is vital. A secured environment is imperative towards promotion of investment. Security is vital to any development agenda, especially when we want to build a future. Existing businesses can only thrive in a secure environment. New investment will grow in a safe environment. And the people can only prosper in their day-to-day activities in an atmosphere that is safe and secure. To underline the preeminence of security in governance, the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in section 14, subsection 2b, states that, and I quote, "The security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government," and I unquote. As an administration that derives its legitimacy from the people, we appreciate the fact that one of the important responsibilities of government is security of lives and property. We are also aware that for the security apparatus to be efficient and effective, it must be more sophisticated than the brain and technology behind criminality. In simple terms, security must continue to improve.
And in keeping with the spirit of partnership, as well as bringing peace and stability to the polity, states in the southwestern part of Nigeria also came together to form a security corps known as Amotekun as a means of attaining synergy in the combined effort at stemming insecurity. Prince Abiodun also energized the corps in the state. In doing this, the governor empowered the operatives with essential tools and equipment to help them fulfill the all-important task.
The establishment of this security outfit is part of a holistic approach determined to tackle the rising wave of insecurity in the region, a situation that we found very alien to us. Before this time, and out of the blues, some unscrupulous people posed security threats to us as a people. Moving from one town to another almost became a nightmare. Our roads became scary, and people going about their legitimate businesses were terrified. As respective state governments and people, we could not fold our arms and watch as criminals take over our land and become an avoidable jeopardy to our joint and respective development matches. Governors and leaders of the Southwest came together and decided on the need to complement the efforts of the Nigerian police and other security agencies in different states, especially with a truly indigenous security agency that understands the terrains, the language, and the lingo of the people in the area. Therefore, we came up with the establishment of this security outfit codenamed Amotekun.
This is why the state government recently inaugurated the Operation MESA, known as OP MESA. This is a joint internal security operational platform comprising the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, Civil Defense Corps, and the Department of State Security. The Amotekun Corps, SoSafe, and other recognized security outfits in the state were also incorporated to ensure that criminals and criminality in Ogun State is totally brought to extinction. At the arcade ground of the governor's office, NTA Abeokuta, where the event was held, chief security officers, traditional leaders, political leaders, and other dignitaries were on ground to drum up necessary support for the state government. The Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, explained that the state's investment on security has continued to yield positive results as the state has become a safe haven for investors.
Ogun State, as affirmed by major security chiefs, has continued to be a safe haven for our people and perhaps, as acclaimed, the safest in the country. And just last week, during his historic visit to Adia State, Adia President Mohammed Buhari, GCFR, declared Ogun State as one of the safest states in the country. We are determined and committed to investing more on security, as we believe that no investment is too much to ensure that our state remains the safest place to work, to live, and to play. We thank God that our investment in security has continued to yield positive results across all sectors. In particular, we have continued to improve on our ease of doing business. We are now ranked number 4 in the whole country last year.
Prince Dapo Abiodun maintained that the launch of OP MESA is part of a holistic approach to tackle insecurity in the state, especially in the face of resurgence of kidnapping.
It is part of our holistic approach to tackle insecurity in our state, especially in the face of new resurgence of kidnappings on interstate roads in the last couple of weeks. These unscrupulous elements have no place in Ogun State. They are a security threat to us. Why should moving from one state to another become such a worrisome experience for our people? Why should the roads that we are constructing and we are rehabilitating become a nightmare for people who are going about their legitimate businesses? As a responsive and responsible government, we cannot and will not fold our arms and watch criminals take over our land and become an avoidable jeopardy to our joint and respective developmental strides and commonwealth. We cannot afford to leave the lives of our citizens at the mercy of hoodlums. Our OP MESA team will traverse the local governments and work closely with CDAs, CBOs, traditional hunters, traditional rulers, Amotekuns, everywhere. And they will be people-friendly and terrorize those hoodlums.
The governor used the platform to read out riot act to criminals in the state.
I want to affirm that OP MESA is solely established to fight criminals. And I have no doubt that every member of this outfit would be picked to ensure that they have the right discipline, that they are committed, and they are dedicated. They will be effective in track other such related issues. This will go a long way into building our people's confidence and trust in their government. I therefore enjoin our people to take ownership of this security outfit by collaborating with it and supporting it. Together, we shall make Ogun State a most hospitable and conducive place of our collective dreams. Let me state that we will make Ogun State uninhabitable for all criminals. We will make Ogun State uninhabitable for all criminals. We'll continue to fish them out. We'll smoke them out. We'll arrest them. And we'll hand them over to the swift hand of justice.
Secretary to the state government, Mr. Tokunbo Talabi, had earlier informed guests that the state was considered as one of the safest in the country due to the state government's commitment to security issues.
We have seen a lot of time being spent to ensure that people in this state are safe, and that is why today Ogun State is considered as the safest state in the country. This is not by chance or it's not by happenstance. It is because of His Excellency's deliberate effort and deliberate action to secure the rights and the privileges of its citizens.
Major General Lawrence Fejoku, the General Officer commanding 81 Division of the Nigeria Army, was also present at the occasion to lend his voice to this germane issue.
Though His Excellency was away, he was out of the country, the delegation is sent to receive him. The Chief of Army Staff put across the request for the relaunch of Operation Mesa, and it's heartwarming that that has come to fruition today. On my way here, I've been intimated and he sends his warm regards, and he's so happy that this is happening. From the first time I met the governor, he left me not in doubt that security is uppermost in his mind. And from time to time, I sneak into the state to assess things, and we rub minds. Be rest assured that the peace you enjoy in Ogun State is going to continue, because it's further reinforced with the launch of this mesa, and the equipment are made available for the men. We'll continue to give our support. I'm just a phone call away, like I told His Excellency from day one, and that's how it has been. Ogun State is safe, will be safe, and must continue to be safe.
This is Ogun State. Let us continue to maintain our goodly nature by doing the right things at all times. Pay your taxes regularly. Dump your refuse in designated places. Live happily with your neighbors. Let us continue to make Ogun State great. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ogun, àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni.
Dignitaries and opinion leaders added their voices in support of measures towards stemming insecurity.
I want to start by expressing our gratitude to the Executive Governor of Ogun State for the support that has been given to the security agencies in the state in the discharge of our duty. And what we are witnessing here today is another example of the support we have received from the state government. This will only embolden us to do better in the discharge of our duties. And I want to pledge that we will make optimal use, best use of these facilities in ensuring that the good people of Ogun State enjoy quality service delivery. And I also want to seize this opportunity to assure the good people of Ogun State that the security of lives and property will continue to be our main focus to ensure that the socio-economic activities of the state are guaranteed.
I want to congratulate the Ogun State Governor for maintaining the position of Ogun State as the safest state in Nigeria today. You are not the safest state just because you say so. You have to work at it. Whenever you see soldiers in taking care of internal security, please don't think that that is the work they do. It is the least of the work of soldiers. The work of the police and other security agencies is to maintain internal security. Soldiers cannot go to court and prosecute cases. Soldiers cannot be in police station and list all the cases there. They cannot take measurements where you have traffic accidents. They cannot investigate murder, etc., etc. Those are the work of policemen. Policemen are adequate to maintain internal security. But where it is getting a bit too much for the police, they call the soldiers to come in. And when they come in, I want to ask all of us that we should support them, support the arrangements so that they can make us sleep with our two eyes closed. It is not possible for government to do this alone. We have to be part of the government's efforts. Please pay your tax. Please don't hide any information. Any new face you see around your area, please notify the security agencies. Support government in its effort to make our state the safest in Nigeria.
I want to say that what we are seeing here today is very, very commendable, and then not that alone, because we know that security is key, is germane to the economic and socio-cultural survival of our state and individual prosperity. We felt that this is commendable. And it is also to say that for every one of us to live at peace, respect for the rights of the citizen is also very, very key. I want to commend you for considering it necessary for us to have the rights of the people protected. However, I would like to employ our security agencies. It is good when we come out to celebrate this. I want to appeal to us that in the course of discharging our duties, we should always uphold the tenets of respect for the rights of the citizens. We should not violate their rights. We should ensure that we live and coexist peacefully. Without security, we will be running a promo, and without the security, we cannot have sustainable development. So we say a very big kudos to you from the civil society constituency, and then we hope that we will see more of this. Unless I forget, I must also say that Ogun State has been a leading state, especially in terms of the quality laws we have in the state. We have been clamoring from the civil society constituency that we have good laws that has been passed at the level of the House of Assembly. We have the anti-land grabbing law, which has been passed, and there's a particular section of that law that called for a joint, this setting up of a joint security operative to ensure the implementation of that law. Your Excellency, we hope that our message this afternoon will also see you considering that, so that we will have a more respectful society that every one of us can be proud of.
What we are seeing today is another attestation to the fact that we have a governor that actually cares about the safety of the people of the state. And of course, this will be about the 4th or 5th time that I'll be here to witness the launching and the handing over of equipment to our various security agencies. And this shows that beyond the developmental strides that our governor has been making in the last 3 years, the issue of security is uppermost in his mind. Because all the investments we're making in infrastructures and in social support for our people can only be of importance when they are able to sleep with their eyes closed. So I want to commend and I want to appreciate the governor for doing this for the people of this state. And of course, I also want to say that this and many more is what actually stood you out among the governors in the whole country when you were adjudged the most PCRC-friendly governor for year 2021.
Consistent with the governor's attitude of empowering security agents towards efficiency in service delivery, Prince Abiodun commissioned and handed over vehicles and other operational gadgets to the squad.
Hereby today, it was the first day of January 2022, commission these vehicles and equipment, the glory of God, and the use of men and women of OPMESA in protecting and securing lives and property in Nigeria State.
Giant Strides crew spoke with some dignitaries who shared their views.
For those of us in the border area, time like this, in the dry season, that is when the menace of the Adams and the farmers clashes are usually all issues, and Emperor. So, for His Excellency to come up with this joint patrol at this time, I think it's a well-thought
and this man is doing wonderfully well
from the government of the state. So there's no doubt that the patrol of vehicles well utilized. I want to believe that the security and insecurity situations around the border area and the state generally definitely reduced.
It is very, very necessary nowadays that we should protect everywhere in this country. Launching the OPMESA by the state government is very, very appropriate and timely, especially at this serious time of our country.
This is part of the initiative to strengthen the security of the state. We all know that Ogun State is one of the most peaceful states in the country. And part of to strengthen that and for us to make the state more peaceful, the Excellency has brought up this initiative, which is OPMESA, which we are launching today. With this, the state will continue to enjoy peace, security, and attract more investors. So, socio-economic activities in the state will be strengthened and going on.
The launch of the OPMESA, coupled with the existing security architecture in the state, Ogun State government has surely stamped its zero tolerance on crime and criminality, and in no distant future, it is hoped that the gateway state would be a safe haven for all, free of criminals and criminality. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, àjọṣe wa ni.